Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we do our Sunday Sessions podcast where each of us take our own Sunday topic and spin it to you. That happens every Sunday. Well, we've been gone for a little bit on our long summer vacation, and it was wonderful.
It was. I feel so well rested.
Oh, my gosh. And I'm so glad. So for mine, we went on this European adventure. We started in Athens, Greece, went on the 7-day Mediterranean cruise. Then we ended in Barcelona, which also happened to be Barcelona Pride. So that Saturday we got back. We were all kind of like, oh, my gosh, we are drinking, eating. So we drank that Saturday. Our last day, Sunday in Barcelona, or like full day.
Yeah.
I had one sangria at dinner, and then I was like, that I can't. Like, we went to bed around 10:30 Sunday night.
I mean, that's probably best, though.
It is. Like, but you feel so bad. You're like, we're in Europe, in Barcelona. We're in Spain. But I'm like, my body can't physically get on that plane and be on it for 12 hours straight. Hungover.
Yeah. Oh, God. That would be so awful.
So that's why, like, didn't drink Sunday, didn't drink Monday. We got back Monday night late to Charlotte. And then Tuesday was like laundry, unpacking, eating a salad, several salads. Detoxing. And this morning I was like, hey, the sunshine. Where I feel like when we've done Florida cruises where like we get back on a Sunday, I've flown back to Charlotte and then we got back to work Monday and I looked like I had a chicken tender attached to my head.
Yeah, and sometimes that first day back from vacation it's tough.
It is, but today I'm feeling great and rested and wonderful, but we'll get more into my trip. But Holly, how was your trip? Your vacation?
Good. So I feel like I won the lottery sort of because I got a couple of extra days off just because of the days that you took. So I didn't really have I didn't have a 2-week vacation planned. So what happened was that for the first Thursday, Friday that we had off, and then even into, how did it go? Oh yeah. So that was like Maya was still at summer camp and I had just some time. So I just decided to bake some things. I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to try banoffee pie, which is not sold in the United States. I feel like you either make it or you just don't even know what it is. And it's just this banana sort of caramel thing, which quick side note, I think I'm trying to pronounce it caramel from now on.
Caramel.
You were saying caramel before?
Yeah, I'm a caramel girl. Like we are in the north, like growing up in Cleveland, that's just what you call it. I didn't even know that you could pronounce it another way. It was just caramel.
Right.
Caramel. So moving to the South, I hear people say caramel, which does make more sense with the spelling.
Right.
And it just sounds prettier. And so it's been a really rough time for me trying to you're looking good today. Anyway, so there. Yeah. Put the glasses on. Okay. Anyway, so I was like, I think I'm gonna switch over my pronunciation. It's a difficult thing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say caramel, and this pie is a combination of caramel and bananas and whipped cream, all homemade and stuff. And I've been doing a lot of watching the British baking show, and they made it one time, and I'm like, that's it. I've never seen this in America. I'm making it. So not only did I make it, I did a whole video on making it, and I felt so very proud of myself.
Look at you.
For both parts. And so I just felt so like, look at me, I'm doing social media and I'm making this great pie and it's just so fun.
She's living.
I really was. It was just a fun little, this is like the chill part of my vacation, which I knew it was being broken into two, like the chill at home, just kind of take care of some stuff, sleep in, stay up late, having some Trulies or whatever. That was the first part. Second part of my vacation was like, full speed ahead with all the kids and all the things and all. We're going to theme parks and stuff. So that first part of the vacation was like, I wrote down some notes, like baking pie, like just watching shows, watching movies and TV shows and things like that. And it was fun. And so, I mean, things happened. Like I got randomly, I came down with shingles in that part of the vacation.
Like, what?
I remember texting Holly and I was like, please give me some social media content.
I have nothing because I'm not doing anything. Like, I haven't even done anything that required pictures. The only thing I did do was drop Maya off at a week-long sleepaway camp in which I cried. That was like the only thing that I really did, and got shingles. And so I was like, I already did the banana thing on my social media. I don't know if you want it for this one. I tagged us, but so I dropped Maya off at the sleepaway camp, which was a whole adventure, and I was so excited for her. And I had written her little notes for every day, but then you could also write to her, but you had to buy that. Like, you had every letter that you write cost $1. And I was like, I see how y'all makes the money. I see.
Listen.
They didn't let her take her phone?
No, none of the kids can have phones or
After
electronics at all.
Not my business.
Well, the point is that it's supposed to be like, old school, like this is a sleepaway camp and you get the experience of roughing it on your own. Now, had that tragedy just happened in Texas? Absolutely. So, and Maya is scared of weather, just rain even.
Right.
And so as we were we didn't tell her what happened. Usually I tell her about world events just because she's going to hear it from somewhere. But I was like, we're not gonna.
No, that's probably the best.
And so what happened, like a couple days before we took her, she was like, what if it rains a lot? And I was like, I mean, it was supposed to rain a lot, actually. We were supposed to get this big monsoon coming across Florida the time she was in the camp. And I was like, she's like, but like, what if there's a flood? And I was like,
oh no.
And my fiance and I look at each other. We're just like, shh.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Meanwhile, I'm slightly internally panicking.
Yeah.
I was like, what if there is a fucking flood? Like, holy shit.
What are their protocol calls? What are the procedures?
Right. Well, luckily it's not on the banks of a horrendously overflowy river.
Right.
So there's that. But there is a lake, and I don't think that was gonna. But anyway, so we dropped her off. No phone, no nothing. We were able to write letters, and she did write me a letter like the first night, and I was so excited to see it. And I was like, wow, this is different for me, because she went with two of her friends, and those other moms were like sort of panicking a little bit, and like they're like, did you do this? Did you do that? I'm like, y'all, like, but then I remembered they're like together with their original spouse, and so their kid is home with them all the time.
Right.
So this was a big deal for them. I'm like, oh, you know what? Maya's at her dad's house every other weekend. So I understand the workings of like letting them go. But it was weird because when I let her go, it's with her dad. And I am pretty sure he's going to do everything in his power not to like let her die.
Right.
But this was different. Like, I'm dropping her off with strangers and her two friends, So I was a little bit, sad about it, or a little bit stressed. But right away I got right back into like, oh, this is like a daddy weekend where I don't have to worry about parenting. So we dropped her off on a Sunday. And after that, like, she wrote to me, and then I wrote to her like every day, but then I didn't hear from her. And like, they gave us a phone call on Thursdays. So by that time though, she called in. I'm like, how are you? How's everything? What's going on? How are you been? She's like, good. I'm like, what's going on?
Give me more.
So, and I was like, well, I wrote you letters. And I'm like, stop making her feel guilty. It is not her job to babysit you. I'm sorry. You don't have to write me letters if you don't want to. She had a blast. She had the absolute best time. It was so much fun. I think just having the independence and autonomy to do whatever they wanted to do within the camp rules, of course, So I'm glad about that. I think she'll probably go back next year. They had just such a fun time. And she came home singing all these like camp songs, with the clapping and the things. But at one point I had to be like, okay, that's enough. Camp song now. So please.
That is such a cool experience. That's like, ever since when I was in school and I saw that they had that Disney show Bug Juice, where it was like a reality show in the late 90s, where they followed these kids on the Disney Channel at a camp. And I was like, I want to go to camp. But I know my mom was like, who gonna pay for this camp?
It's not cheap. It's not cheap.
I wanted to go to that MTV fat camp where they had kids there.
Yeah.
That's the kind of camp I wanted to go.
Oh, no. I actually wanted, even though I hated the outside in the woods, but I still wanted to like sort of what you described with Maya, like have my own independence and be social, and you make these friendships for life and all that stuff. So I never got to do that. So that's so awesome that she's getting that experience.
I know. I felt like I was doing the right thing as a parent. Like this, it was a good age. She's going into 7th grade. I just thought it was a good time for her to experience something like that. And I think it was right on the money. She did.
And then
so
also
during-
just the people that you meet, like you don't
Yes.
know, like, because they probably all comes from different parts of the state and the country. And so,
other countries, there was a lot of people, there were a lot of kids from Australia there.
oh my gosh,
I'm like, how did these Australians find this random camp in Florida?
that's so
but
awesome, though.
They did. There were British kids, Australian kids. I think there was some other, I can't remember the other country that a kid was from, but there were all these different accents going on and different cultures. And I was like, this is great.
It's such a precursor and a little taste of college.
Yes, that's what I thought too. And I was like, oh God, here we go. So we drop her off and my fiance and I are both crying. And he's like, this is what college is going to be like. I'm like, would you shut up? You're making it worse. God,
We're not there.
He's so emotional too. I was like, just stop. So so that was great. So we drop her off and like I said, I baked a pie. I cleaned out my entire like kitchen. And then there was this like closet I went through with a bunch. I found a box that had not been opened probably since I moved from Findlay to Florida. It had like all my desk. Cause like when I worked in Findlay, I had a desk. I was a promotions director with a desk and all this like random tchotchkes and stuff. So I went through all of those. I won like awards at that workplace. It had my sorority stuff in it with all these like teddy bears and cute things. And I had won a sorority award that I totally forgot about. And like, I was just, wow, this whole blast from the past. So that was really cool. So I just cleaned some things out, cleaned my bookshelf out. It was really nice. And then I got the shingles diagnosis because my knee, it was on my knee, by the way. So I had like knelt on it and I'm like, oh, maybe that's why it hurts. And these little pimples popped up and I'm like, what is bug bites? And then I finally, after a few days, I'm like, it's not getting better. I'm going to go to urgent care because I looked it up online and it was like, it might be a staph infection. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And the lady was like, the doctor at the urgent care was like, had you tried new soap? And I'm like, no. She's like, have you eaten something weird? And I'm like, no. She goes, have you had chicken pox? And I was like, oh God, not again.
Oh,
she's like, shingles? And I'm like, I had shingles in the pandemic. Other people got COVID. I got shingles. And she's like, oh yeah. And then when, of course, she said that, I remembered the exact same thing happened when I had it the first time. I'm like, what are these bug bites on my butt? Oh, it was shingles. So I think I'm a little lucky. A lot of people get shingles and it's like, I've had people message me in the DMs that were like, this was the most painful thing of my life. And I'm like, oh dear God. I think I'm lucky. I didn't eat both times. I didn't get it bad. I think I had a pretty mild case and they gave me medication, like an antiviral to take to help head it off, you know? The first night that I got the medication though, and I think this is what makes shingles weird. I didn't have this at all the first time. Like the inside of my knee hurt, like my joints and my bones hurt. And I'm like asking ChatGPT, I'm like, is this normal? And apparently it is. Like, that's why it hurts so bad. It's internal nerve pain. So luckily I only had one really bad night of that. And I think the antivirals really started working, which was great because the literal next day we were driving to Orlando. So I'm like, I don't need this right now.
Is there a shingles vaccine?
Yes, there is, but you can't get it until you're 50 because shingles is for old people. However, it said, or my doctor said, the younger you get chicken pox, like the younger you had it as a kid, the younger you might have it as shingles as an adult because it's like the longer it stays dormant. And I had chicken pox in like first grade.
I've never had the chicken pox, so I'm always like so nervous. I never, we got the vaccine didn't exist when I was
not
younger.
when we were, it was a short stretch because I didn't get the vaccine, but my brother did, and he was born in 89.
Okay, yeah, because I think by the time I was at that age where people were getting it, I just somehow evaded it, and I've never had the chicken pox before.
What's crazy is that my shingles, and it would take a lot, like because they're like little pimples, and then they burst, and it's like gross.
Is it pus or is it something else, like blood?
It's like a pus, but like you don't really see it. It's more just like a clear ooze that comes out, which is really fun.
The clip.
Not the clip. Not the clip of all of this. No. So, but
yes, girl, that'll give them the click when it goes pure.
The clear ooze. Yeah. But here's what's crazy. So let's say that I was with you and I had these shingles on my knee and like, I don't know, somehow you touched that.
I touched your knee. Oh, how scandalous, Holly.
I love this universe.
Let's say you touched the clear ooze that came out of my knee and then somehow got it on you or in you. You would have the chicken pox right now.
Oh, God.
Isn't that insane?
That's wild. So I need to stay clear of any liquid clear ooze coming out of anyone.
Yes, because you could get the chicken pox, which would be hellacious as an adult, by the way.
Have you always done that, Miguel?
Yes. I do avoid the clear ooze.
So anyway, that happened. And then we're in Orlando and we had planned a few things because it was like the adults only part of the vacation, which I was really looking forward to because it's just so relaxing without kids.
Right.
You know, if you know. And even if you don't know, you would imagine, right? Like
right. Yeah.
So our first big order of the day was a pool day at our favorite hotel. Even though we didn't stay at our favorite hotel, we were like down the street. We went to our favorite hotel with already a cooler full of drinks. It was blissful. Tried the new menu they had at the pool. There was this like Syrian dish that they had. I think they have a new Syrian chef, and he made this. I think it's kibbeh. And it was delicious. It's like meat and wheat ground, deep fried in like sitting in like some Greek yogurt with olive oil drizzled.
It's kind of like falafel, but
yes,
with meat.
Yes, very similar to falafel. It was delicious, and so we enjoyed that. But then I had a gummy. This is where I went wrong. I had half a gummy, and I was perfect. I should have stayed there. Then the weather started getting a little weird, and we had to pack it up from the pool. So I was like, I'm just gonna have the other half of the gummy. I should not have done that. That messed me up so bad. Oof. I was out of it. And then we went to a Mexican restaurant for like an early dinner, ate way too much because I thought I should. Well, I was miserable the rest of the night. And my fiance was like, we can't just go back to the hotel at like 6 p.m. And I was like, can't we? And he's like, no, can you please, like, we just go to Dave & Buster's or something? So I really had to push myself and rally. And like, I'm like, I can do this. I can do this.
The blinking.
The blinking. Like I had a 5-hour energy. It was not working.
You love
like,
those little things.
I do. I don't really anymore though. In the past like month or so, every time I have one, it like F's me up too. I get like super jittery and I'm like, my body is just aging. I don't know. So we did finally end up at Dave & Buster's, which I was like, this is really loud. It's a lot. But we made it. We made it through Dave & Buster's. It was fine. And then we went to bed because the next day we were going to Epic Universe, the brand new theme park from Universal. And it was phenomenal. I mean, everything about it, just the technology that they're using to let you access the park. Because you get your passes, typically they're on your phone now, but you didn't need to like show it anywhere because you like scanned your ticket when you entered the park and then they scan your face. It's not like they take a photo of your face and it's stored though. What they do is they create like image points that form. It's almost like a fingerprint, but it's like an image of your face that they have in their system. So we had express passes because I knew this park is so busy. We set aside money because, we paid for the tickets and we then also paid for the express passes because we weren't going to be able to get through the whole park.
Right.
Line times are like 3 to 5 hours.
Oh, how were the express lines?
We still had to wait at some rides. We were in line for an hour to 3 hours, even with the express. So I'm glad we got it. Like if you're going to do it, you just got to set the money aside and do it with the express passes.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is when you walk up to the express pass line, all you do is look in the little camera and they're like, go ahead. You just walk right in. It's brilliant.
They're stealing our information.
Who isn't?
Yeah. I mean, listen,
they already have it.
Unless you want to sit for 5 hours in the line, girl.
They're selling it.
Well,
everyone is selling. Who like you use your phone to open up? Like it's everywhere already. I'm like, whatever. It's happening. But the rides were amazing. So there's one of my favorite roller coasters was the Celestial Park is like one of the main area. and it's the Stardust Racers, where it's 2 coasters going side by side, and they sort of race each other. Fantastic roller coaster. I loved it. And then there is Harry Potter. There's a new Harry Potter area.
So it's the Ministry of Magic.
Yep, the Ministry of Magic.
Is it like just?
It's like you're inside the Ministry of Magic. I mean, think about, you've been to the other parks where it's Harry Potter. You feel like you're in the movie.
Yes.
But this was so just, I don't know. Obviously, it looks newer. It's just fresher. You go through a fireplace flue. You go through the flue network to like go in there. It was awesome. The ride, ours glitched out once because I think they're still working some bugs out, honestly, at this park. It's only been open 2 months.
Right.
So it did glitch out once. And you're in like a big, like it's probably 10 of you in a car, and you're like going through it. I was so overwhelmed that I don't even really remember it, but you're in the ministry and there's stuff going on, but all of it is like a show in front of you. And the only thing I remember saying is, oh my God, I feel like I'm in a movie right now. Like I'm part of it. I would have to go again to tell you exactly, because I don't even remember. I blacked out pretty much.
I always felt like that's how Universal's Halloween Horror Nights are.
Yes.
I just remember specifically when they did, what was the one that Lady Gaga was in?
American Horror Story. Hotel.
Yeah, Hotel. They had that as a ride. And I just remember being like, can y'all just turn the lights on so we can just walk around and take pictures? Because I feel like I'm on the set of American Horror Story.
I wasn't even scared. I was like, wow. And
I
they
was
had
like,
all
that's
these
Lady Gaga.
I know. That's how it is. And so the Harry Potter thing, amazing. We actually didn't spend a ton of time. The only part that was a little bit like, when you go into that Harry Potter area, it's France. You're in France. And then when you actually go in the ride, it turns into England. But that part was not quite as impressive to me, because I'm like, this doesn't really have anything to do with Harry Potter. Like they had a French wand shop and stuff. And I was just like, whatever. All right, move it along, because we got a lot to see. We went to then How to Train Your Dragon, which again, I'm like, I didn't know this movie was big enough for its own part of a theme park.
Same.
I liked the movie, but I was like, well, that's a choice. It was so cute though. I mean, it was really cute. There's a little ride where you're like not on a dragon, but it's a roller coaster that, what's his face, the kid in the movie, was talking to you, and Toothless is there and everything. So that was cute. That's more probably geared towards kids. It was a very cute area. We went to Mario, which,
what was that like?
just they just did so well. Like as soon as it really is just epic universe, because you do get pulled into a whole new universe. We walk into Mario and you go up a green tube like you're going down up a pipe, and it does that rah, rah, rah sound. Then all of a sudden you're in the castle, and when you walk out, you've seen the Mario movie, the cartoon, right? It's like you're in that movie. I was like, I don't even know what to do first. And there's so many people, but at the same time, it feels like a very personal experience. I don't know how they're doing this. The big ride there that you cannot use your express pass for, because of course, is this, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a Donkey Kong ride. Because there's a Mario world, then you go into a little corner and there's Donkey Kong area. And the ride won't let you use the express pass, but it does let you do single riders. And so my fiance and I were like, we don't care. I was like, bye, bitch. Bye. I just want to get on the damn ride. We get into the single rider line. After we're standing there for 45 minutes, I look at ChatGPT and I'm like, why is this taking so long? ChatGPT is like, this is the one ride that single riders don't move faster than the regular ride. And we were like, shit. We were probably in that line for like 2 hours. And the whole time we're in like the Golden Palace, and the whole time on a very short, maybe 1 or 2 minute loop is somebody talking to like one of the apes talking to you. And it's like, they're trying to get my golden banana. And I was like,
just kept saying it over and over again.
Over and over. And then there was the golden banana, and it's like the sacred golden banana. I'm like, shut up.
Banana.
I was about to leave the thing because I could not take it. I was like, it was torturous. I'm like, they got to do something about this. you're in this line for way too long.
I might have said you would think that they would, obviously they're theme parks, that you're going to be in the same spot in the same area for a long time. So create a storyline, do something that will attract.
Entertainment.
Yes.
A little something. It was such a short loop. It was like every 2 minutes I'm hearing sacred golden banana. My fiance did a video of me at one point that I didn't even know he was videoing. He's like, how do you feel about this banana? I was like, well, fuck this banana up. But we got on the ride. And maybe it was because I was so at that point over it. I was like, that's a good ride. Maybe not worth it. He's like, no, that was one of my favorite rides. I was like, the golden banana. It fucked me up. But it was cute. It was like you were like in a cartoon riding on like a cart. It was like you were in Donkey Kong. Like, oh, it was fun. It was fun. It was really, really fun. And then I was I think the most surprised by the dark universe. Because at first I was like, what even is this? Like, I know How to Train Your Dragon. I know Mario. I know Harry Potter. What is dark universe? It was so cool. Think about Halloween Horror Nights, but an all the time park.
That's my spot.
It was really cool. And I'm like, I bet they'll do something for Halloween here.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you want me to tell this story or if we're going to tell it on the air.
Wait, is it the roller coaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're doing it tomorrow.
All right, I won't talk about
yeah.
it. It's not a roller coaster, by the way. It's just a ride.
Okay.
But anyway, that was probably one of my favorite rides. It's like a Frankenstein style thing that combines like Dracula too.
Oh.
It was scary though. I would not take a kid on that ride. It was
Some
scary.
of the Universal Halloween Horror Nights, like the Universal Monsters house, was actually really scary.
Right.
And
it's
you
like
think
it's
it's
not
lame.
dependent on anything. Yeah, because I'm like, well, who are them? This
Who
is
cares
like
about
a
a zombie?
franchise.
Zombies
Right.
aren't scary.
Well,
Yeah, no, they got me, Miguel.
that shit. I
Ooh.
screamed. Like, I was so startled that I screamed. And you're in a ride. I'm like, it's a ride, but it's like a ride, through a haunted house. Very cool. Very well done. And there was
cool.
another ride in that universe that was really cool too. But yeah, so just every part of it. And the food ordering was super easy. It is too at the other park. You do everything on mobile, but like they really got it right. And I feel like they could do a little upgrades on some of the other parks, maybe a couple of upgrades. They could try to do that. And like, let me tell you, Disney needs to like step up their game.
Oh.
I haven't been to Disney in a while, so maybe I went to Epcot in April. Disney needs to step up their game. Like, it's just.
But if you want to send us
good.
there, we'll do it, and we'll.
Oh
probably
yeah,
talk
no,
about
I
it.
love Disney so much. I have nothing to say
I
but
guess
good things
it's
about
cool.
Disney. Like
Have an
It's a
amazing
small
time.
world after all.
Disney
It's a small
really is a
world
top
after
tier
all.
amusement park.
It is my
So we do
favorite.
not agree with what Holly said.
I love it. So that was my Epic Universe experience. God, it was phenomenal. I cannot wait to go back.
So it's worth the money if you want to go sometime soon.
It's worth the money, and just if you can invest in an express pass, because then you can see the whole thing. We saw the whole thing. We spent the day and saw everything. And then, spent another day, picked up Maya from summer camp, brought her to the vacation hotel. Had just a day with her, which was nice. And then we kind of switched plans last minute because the weather looked bad. And we were getting my fiance's daughter the next day on the Monday, but like that day looked like it was just going to be a wash. So we're like, let's try to figure some things out and go on the Sunday. We somehow managed to get it all done through both Universal and his ex-wife, and we managed to do it. We went to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure with the girls, and that was really cool too. I mean, we have never taken a family vacation like that outside of the Tampa Bay area at a hotel in a different city with going to a theme park like that. So it was very memorable. Obviously, like I told the story on the air today, there was a meltdown that happened that really nearly derailed the entire trip. But it was overall, it was really cool to see and get to experience Harry Potter through the eyes of a kid who loves Harry Potter and relive that moment of like, oh my gosh, this is a butterbeer. Like I'm getting a wand and I did a spell. And so that was really fun because that was my fiance's daughter, my stepdaughter getting to do all those things and just witness it. Like just her eyes were huge. So that was really cool. So we did that, got through all of that, and then ended up having to come home early because fiance got the COVID.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And
Girl, you
that'll
got
do it.
shingles and COVID.
I know. I was like, really? How are we going to do this on the vacation? But it's luckily neither one derailed much. I'm actually kind of glad that we got to come home a day early because what we were planning was coming home from. Why is Maya FaceTiming me? Girl, not right now. Hold on. We were planning on coming home yesterday, like afternoon, and then I think I would have been a mess.
That would have been a lot.
Had I not had yesterday to decompress and do laundry and do all the things. So I think it actually ended up working out for the best.
Miss Kelvin, how was your summer vacay?
Honestly, I have a really bad memory, so I'm gonna have to go with what I sent you and reference that big text message that I sent you, because I'm like, what did I do?
I wrote down just for my not just for you guys. I mean, I did it for you guys, but also for myself.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm gonna forget what I did.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so the beginning of the vacay was really like back to back to back to back. We went straight to Georgia like that Wednesday, right when the show was done. So we went to Georgia. I think we hung out with family for a bit. Can't really remember what I did that day, but I know the next day was Beyoncé. We went to go see her. It was absolutely amazing. I haven't seen her since either On the Run Tour or Formation. I can't really remember. I think On the Run Tour 2 was 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, so I hadn't seen her for a minute. I still, like, every single night before I go to sleep, I always think about how I regret not going to Renaissance. So I was like, I have to be at this concert. So we go, we have an amazing time. We stayed with my college roommate that actually visited us a few weeks ago. So it was really cool to catch up with him. He is a huge Love Islander. So I love that I was able to watch it with him right after the show was done. So that was really, really fun. What else? I don't think anything really crazy happened at Beyoncé. Nothing. It was just
What were the
show.
outfits like? Were they just
all Western
out of this
wear?
world? Yeah,
all Western wear. Everybody was dressed down.
I saw a bunch of photos online that looked so cool.
It was so cool. I loved it. It was great. I've never been to a country concert, so that was really cool. It was great. So that happened. What else? The next day we had kind of like a little outdoorsy event trip. We went to Helen, Georgia, which is this really cute, almost like a little German kind of looking town. It's super cute.
I love those little types of places like that. I really do.
It's very touristy, but not over the top.
Right.
So I really, really enjoyed it. We did some tubing, which I don't think I've ever done tubing before.
How was the water? What was the water quality?
It was a little cold. But
was it muddy?
Not muddy. Not muddy, but we did have to get some like big old wooden sticks to like kind of push us off the rocks, and that was a workout in itself. Like I really just wanted to be on a lazy river. And at certain points there was that.
Did y'all have the thing where you like attach like a cooler to it and have like drinks or something in there for you all?
It was just me, him, and his niece, so it wasn't really anything like that. And I didn't really know, but next time I know to like bring my Benjamin or bring a speaker, things like that.
Yeah.
But it was 2 hours. It was really cute.
Oh, see, that's a good time because the tubing that I used to do with my ex-husband up in northern Florida was like a 5 to 6 hour muddy water situation.
Absolutely not.
It was you know what? 2 hours would be perfect.
Oof. I almost said we should have done the 1 hour one, but the 2 hour was actually it was fine.
Yeah.
It was cool. So we did that. What else? I realized I'm not an outdoorsy person, to be quite honest. But I enjoyed it as long as there was a big body of water. We got to see Oscar's best friend from childhood. She just had a baby 6 months ago. She went to our wedding, so the baby was kind of like a newborn, but now we get to see a little bit of the baby's personality, and like I was so obsessed. Like babies love me. I love babies. So adorable. I did start getting a little of the little baby fever here and there.
Newborns will do that to you, man. 6 months, even like a year old. They're so cute.
Yes. And then just seeing also Oscar like hold him and feed him. And I was like also being very attracted to his fatherly side. So I was like, what is this? What's going on?
Your ovaries are vibrating, girl.
Yes, girl.
They're like,
I'm ready.
That clock is ticking.
Give me a child.
Clock is ticking.
Give me a child.
Do it before they make it illegal for us, girl.
I probably want to.
Well, if Holly could hold it for me, that'd be great. Anyways,
Holly gonna be a surrogate?
You know,
Wow.
I'm getting
It trumps
up there.
America.
Wait,
I'm getting
I'm
up there.
sorry. If Holly's gonna be a surrogate for anybody, it's gonna be me. Okay.
Right.
That's the
I-
clip. So many clips here. Love it.
Yeah, I gotta ask my doctor about it. I am a high risk pregnancy
Holly
now,
says
y'all.
it's a geriatric pregnancy.
It is. It 100% would be. I would probably be on bed rest starting at week 20. Which, I mean, I don't mind. I'll just
Right.
lay my ass in a bed. That's fine. I'll be like, I'm doing the work.
You're building a baby.
I am making bones right now. Come on. Creating fingerprints.
Wait, Holly, if I came to you and I was like, hey, I think I really, this is what I want.
Why are you laughing so much?
Yeah, Sarah.
You could've. I
You're
mean,
like, girl, you missed that train a few years ago.
I mean, really, where were y'all when I was in my late 30s?
I didn't have nobody.
You didn't have anybody, Holly.
you
Come
had
on.
We were
Listen.
not in a place to do that then.
Okay, you got 2 years because I think when I'm 45, I think the cutoff has to happen. Like they probably wouldn't even let me do it.
They'd be like,
so,
no.
no. But you know what? Come on, it would be a fun adventure.
Yes.
And then
Oh,
I
love
could,
that.
then I could like ask for seat. Actually, the best part of being pregnant is like people want to take care of you all the time. Like, would you like a seat? I'd be like, yes, I do.
Yeah, take advantage of it now because you didn't
I
back
will
then.
take me a seat. Yeah, no, I want all the seats. Give me the seats. Give me the special treatment. Yes, please.
Love that. On the way, so I can't remember where we were driving to, but on the way, my friend calls me and she's like, I need to vent to you, my best friend. I can't say who she is, obviously, but she tells me I need to vent to you. And I'm like, hey, I'm here with Oscar. Like, are you okay with that? And she was like, yeah, it's fine. I want his input. And I'm like, okay. So we're in the car. I put her on speaker. She was like, I'm so fucking pissed off at my husband. And I'm like, why? She was like, she pulls out a little like baby box with baby clothes. And she's like, because he got me pregnant with a girl.
Oh,
and I was just so happy.
Oh, yes.
That's so exciting.
So-
What a weird way to do it.
I
I'm
know.
so pissed off. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not in the right mindset. What are we doing?
I feel like if I had a kid, I'd probably do the same to her.
Yes,
so
you
she was
would.
probably just giving me the same energy.
Mhm.
So that's just exciting. Just like another friend that has a child, which is like so crazy to me because we were all getting fucked up like at one point, 10 years ago,
Mhm.
Yeah.
having parties and going crazy. And now we're
Having
all
kids.
adults.
Different
and
life stage.
kids. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, we came back to Charlotte. At this point, my video, my Jetsu holiday, was starting to go viral with Jimbo, where he was peeing all over. And so that kind of overtook a little bit of like the rest of my week because it was nonstop with the comments, with the likes. And I'm definitely not here complaining about going viral, but it is kind of annoying sometimes because it overtakes everything else on your social media.
Yeah,
and
you can't see anything else.
no, and Instagram doesn't really allow you to mute that. So that was kind of annoying to say the
Yeah.
least. But then it also made me a little too obsessed with my phone and I didn't like that. And I got obsessed with commenting back to people saying that I'm a terrible parent to my dog. And that was really annoying because I really shouldn't care about what people say on social media, especially strangers. But you know me, like if you come for me, I'm going to come for you times 10. If it's deserved, of course. So that was part, I guess, of the vacation. We did record some really great episodes on Los Yappers, which I was really excited about. We talked about, which I don't know if you guys want to do this on the show or not. It's a little bit serious, and I know we're trying not to do too much of that. But it was about the topic of unconditional love and how my husband, Oscar, doesn't necessarily believe in unconditional love. And I remember telling him one time, like, I just love you unconditionally. And he cut me off and was like, that's not a real thing. And I explained to you X, Y, and Z. And one of our coworkers, and even Holly too, commented like, oh no, like the love that I have for my daughter, that's probably the closest I will ever feel to unconditional love. And even Oscar's best friend, when we were in Georgia, said the same thing. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I was like, but what happens if your child ends up being a racist or a homophobe or literally kills people? Like what then? And then we just had the conversation about that. And I thought it was just really, really interesting. I even got a DM from one of our listeners, Emma, and she talked about how, I'm still going to love my child and I'm going to love the hatred out of him. And I was like, okay, that's really interesting. Me personally, I'm not a parent. So of course my feelings are no, I will not love my offspring if they're that kind of person. But once again, I'm not a parent. So
I feel like
it was an interesting combo.
I think, and I didn't get into I just left the comment and kept it moving, but it was like, I think it's that, and I mean, not every parent, obviously, but for me, the thing that I have told Maya her whole entire life is I love you always, no matter what. And I think that's where that comes in, where, okay, might she apparently like murder somebody and not like an accidental murder, like straight up, shank a bitch and then this person dies. And I'd be like, first of all, where have I gone wrong?
Right.
Secondly, like what you just did is wrong. I still love you, but I can't support what you've done. You know what I mean? Like the
Right.
love, I feel like the love would still be there. Like I can't not love you, but like something's got to change, or we got to work on this, or we got to talk about something. But like I'll always feel that love for you because I don't know how not to. I don't know.
I think
Even
it's got to be an extreme. I think it's got to be an extreme to really push you there. And there's only so many extremes, right, in this
Right.
world
that you would hope that they would never get to.
Right.
But
Right.
And I don't want to come up with ideas or
you're
scenarios.
like, what if Maya did this?
What if Maya
Holly?
killed
What would you do?
What would you do if?
Yeah.
What if she killed Miguel?
Oh my God.
Would you still love her?
Yeah, I would, but I'd be really
Absolutely.
mad. I'd be really mad.
That's another clip.
I would hope that she would still love her, but then also tell her how it was so wrong.
And shame on you. Shame.
Yeah.
Get thee to the jail. I still love you, but you get your ass in jail right now.
Prison, honey.
Yeah,
Well, that's what Abe and
prison.
I have talked about this before, where he's had friends that are older that have kids that are older that maybe aren't the best, and they keep going back to their parent for help or whatever. And Abe's always like, I don't understand why. And I'm like, I was like, you don't, I don't. We will never understand unless we have kids what that means to literally have something come out of you and you have kept it alive. We will never understand that unless that happens to us. And even then, because we're not women, we're not mothers, you will never understand that. And so he would get so frustrated with his friend, with their kid. And I'd be like, well, why does she keep helping him out when he's effed her over so many times? And I'm like, that's just something that, I mean, my mom with my brother.
Right.
Time after time, after all this stuff he's done in the past. And she's like, F him. And then 2 weeks later, well, I talked to your brother, and I'm like, I
Right,
thought,
because you can't.
and
No,
like, you can't. You can't.
It's not like
it's
a
your child.
friend.
Right.
It's not like, even like a cousin or a brother or sister. It's like that you gave life to this person, and like you have seen every stage of who they are, watched who they become, and like, you don't have a lot of input once they become an adult. Like they're going to do their own thing, regardless of raising, by the way, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's the parents' fault. Well, some of it, sure, but some of it is just who that human being can, wherever their soul came from, that soul in that body, that's just who that person is. And like, you can try to raise a good person, but it's also a crapshoot because half of it's nature and half of it's nurture. Like you do the best you can, but then if they grow up to be a serial killer, you're like, well, I didn't win that lottery. Like I ended up with a fucking serial killer. Damn. Like, that's just the soul that came out of that body. I don't know. So it's a tough call, but it's just you can't explain it.
Yeah, it's the truth. And like I'm not trying to bring down the mood. My brother got deported back in 2011, and he did a crime, and my dad still did everything in his power to make sure that he was taken care of, that he tried to get him the best lawyer and do all these things. And his crime was awful. And fast forward, comparing to my situation in 2020, I come out and he continually just does not want to have a relationship with me. It's just crazy. There are certain conditions,
Right.
and for him, he gets unconditional love. So it's just really interesting. So I understand, of course, the concept of unconditional love. I've seen it, right?
Yeah. But like,
I
how
got
is
the
it? How
opposite
is it
end.
not applicable? Like, how does
Right.
it? How? So obviously, for one issue, it's unconditional. But there, like, what's the playbook here? Like, what? So what issues are?
Right. I didn't hurt nobody by being gay. But
No, right.
But
And
it's
so, yeah. So yeah, I don't understand that because I mean, I could sit here and play the what if game. Well, what if this? What if that? What if this? I don't know. I mean, I can't think of what I can't think of what situation would happen that I would stop loving Maya. I just can't imagine.
Yeah. No, makes sense. So then after that, I know we got to wrap up real quick, but yeah, I went to Chicago. I had a really great time. I met up with some of the Coachella boys that I hung out with, which is really, really great. One of them is like the sweetest person ever who just wanted to hang out with us as much as he could. Even though we came a little bit last minute, but he's like, I want to take you here, 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 here. And I love somebody who wants to give me an itinerary, who wants to yap the whole time where I don't have to entertain or do anything and just wants to show me their city. So I thought that was very sweet. I didn't think that it's not that we didn't become friends, but I guess we kind of trauma bonded with that experience. So there was just already an ease and a closeness that was kind of not really talked about. It just was there. And that was really, really lovely. It was also the finale of Love Island. And I had to watch it. I had been committed all summer. And I told the boys that like, hey, this is something I really want to watch. You guys don't have to come. But one of them was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll go there. The other one was a little hesitant, but he still came. The show started. He had never seen it before. He didn't know what it was about. But of course, the first 15 minutes, he had a whole ass stank face the whole time. And I was like, girl, like, I didn't say anything, but I was like, girl, you don't have to be here.
Right. Don't be here and ruin the mood.
Right. And this is me. I understand this is me. This isn't everybody. But if somebody's in town, I'm excited to hang out with them. They told me I didn't have to be here. And on top of that, I live 10 minutes away. I would have just gone fucking home and then met up with you guys later. Right. But he had a stank face there the whole time. And it really irked me and got me in a bad mood. Finally, he left. I kind of made a face when he left because I was like, that's the kind of face I made. I made just like kind of like just like a stoic kind of face. Like, see ya. It's great seeing you. And of course, Oscar clocked me and he's like, why do you have to react that way? And I was like, I can't control my face. If I'm bothered by something, you will know, which is something I obviously have to work on. It's never been in my favor and it's not the kind thing to do. And I understand that. But yeah, that ended up happening, which kind of like ruined a little bit of the season finale. But thankfully there was still like an hour left. So we had a great time. Loved it. Went out in Chicago. The next day I explored the city. I went to the Bear. The Bear kind of showcased this bakery that's by a Michelin star baker, and I waited in line for an hour right before my flight, which I don't think I'll recommend ever to wait in line for food, but I did it. I thought it was the most amazing, delicious pastries ever.
Did it melt in your mouth?
Yeah, actually, I had the egg sandwich that they showed on the Bear, and it was delicious. I just, once again, I wouldn't wait an hour for it.
It's tough when you wait for food. I did that once too, and like, I'm mixed feelings too. The food was worth it, but like, would I do it again? No.
Right, because by the time you get there, you're like, this better squirt in my mouth.
I got 4 things, and they ended up coming out to $60.
Oh my God.
Girl, you paid for that Michelin star.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh
yeah,
my
you
God.
Did. Yeah, you did.
But it was delicious. Nonetheless, went back home. I can't really remember anything else that was super specific when I came back to Charlotte. I did a workout class, did pretty well. Got my license, and I finally changed my license on my driver's license, which is great.
Yay!
And that's pretty much it. Really great vacation. I'd do it again.
Yes. Well,
10-10.
We're going to have to come back on Friday.
You get the whole Friday podcast.
You get all Friday.
You get all Friday to talk about Europe.
Yes, and I have about a podcast worth of stories. So I saw the time when you said we're running out of time, and I was like, oh, crap, because we have a big meeting we got to go to.
Yes, we have one. 7 minutes.
Yikes.
Yeah, that we have to go to. But I will give you a little preview. Yeah. I will tell you that if you are for some reason between today's Wednesday and by the time we get to Friday's podcast where I can talk about the Europe vacation, if you're planning on traveling overseas and you have a 10-hour flight or 12-hour flight, if you do not take gummies all the time, don't take them on the plane ride as your first time.
Oh my God, no.
Because I did, and girl,
no.
I felt every turbulent bump.
I can't imagine.
And like when you're on a gummy, like
I could have told you that. Don't do it.
Your brain becomes very cerebral and you think about everything. And like midway through, I was like, we are in a tin can hurling 500 miles per hour over the ocean to the other side of the world, held up by some people in a factory that put the bolts and the screws on this plane.
So are you gonna stop edibles for the rest of your life?
No, girl, just not on the plane.
Don't do it on a plane.
Sea.
Don't do it on a plane. Do not. That is an enclosed space.
Even then, I would do it again. I would just do half. I would do half. I wouldn't do the whole because I still need to sleep. But yeah, Friday's podcast, I'll tell you all about the Athens, Greece, Mediterranean cruise and Barcelona and all of the crazy shenanigans. Because, girl, my group of 20 people showed up and showed out. And we have a lot of new characters that we got to talk about.
So
So,
love a new season.
girl,
Yeah.
it's a new season, honey. It was the special summer season.
That's the summer special.
Love Island.
Yes. All right. We'll see you back here on Friday.